Okay, in this video I have a time and date generator, which I believe is an on-screen one for like security camera systems and the like, is what it was made for. It's an Oscar OS-022AB, made in Taiwan. We've got video in and out and power, and that's about it. Unknown condition whether this thing works or not. Looks like you can choose which segment to set, plus and minus to set it. Not sure what an AD shifter or timer is. Change and set, so I guess you hold that down, move across, set each one. Not sure what change does, or whether, like I say, it works at all. But I guess we'll plug her in and hook it up to a TV and see if we can at least get something out of this thing. Well, the light comes on. Video out. And I don't see anything. Does it need video to go through it? So this thing definitely needs sync going into it before it can actually put up an on-screen display, which is not completely surprising. Okay, we just got on red screen out of the pattern generator. And we've got some sort of time ticking over here. That's how long it's taken me to get this camera on the TV. And it looks like the date, not sure what that is, maybe what camera it is or something. So possibly, I doubt it would be as old as 1979, but I guess it could be, but it looks like that's when they started doing it. So I guess we'll go to set. Ooh. Well, it makes the whole thing disappear. I would have thought that goes side to side which bit. Or change, maybe. Ooh! Oh, that moves the location, maybe. Oh, well, that's different. Timer. Ah, so we can... Oh, there we go. Yeah, maybe. I'm setting that now. So the timer button down and using the plus button. I wonder if we've got the millennial bug in this thing. Uh-oh, I think we do. Oh no, there we are. Oh. So another thing that was millennium proof by the look of it. Okay, if we hold the button down, and then we should be able to... Oh, that moves it across the screen. How do you jump to the next? Oh, set. No. Change. Ooh. And none of this makes me... Ah, here we go. Oh, I could have sworn that just flashed the 01. Oh, okay, here we go. So I don't know why that other piece of timer moves around, but... So I can set the date. Doesn't make a lot of sense. All sorts of weird things going on here. Set. Change. Set. Oh, maybe then we go to the next. Ooh. Wow. We just added 20 AD shifter. Ah. So that can put on the... Why does it go to 2035 though? Change. We can change that other one. Ah, now I moved it. Finally, it moved the AD shifter. Oh, wait, can I add an extra? That moves it on the screen at least. Oh, that's taking out digits. When you go to 2024 or whatever, it goes over to the side of the bloody screen. Now it's moving. Oh God, who designed this friggin' thing? No, what the f... This thing's insane. So we can... Oh, it goes a certain way and then it drops. Oh, here we go. So we might want it... over to one corner. That's the sort of place you'd probably want it, where it can do a nice bit of burning on your tube. Well, you're not going to see it on white, I guess. That's kind of what I was hoping it would do. I really am not sure about these controls. Yeah, it's a bit hard to work out exactly how these controls work, but the set one seems to move it along sometimes between the different digits to set, and then I think the up down button was setting it, but these also move it the position on the screen, and also seems to remove the amount of digits from the year. If I hit AD shift here, we're going between 13 and 2024, it's back. Switches might need a bit of a clean. Timer, I'm not sure what that does. And I guess if we turn it off, we probably lose everything. That just moved the pattern on the screen, I think. Now it's back. So it didn't discharge too much. Oh, I guess I might have a look inside this thing. I guess it's most likely some TTL ICs. I can see something in there. But maybe it's got some special chip in it or something. It's a bit on the rusty side, so good thing it still works. Probably been stored in a garage or somewhere for years. Quite a nice little box on it, if nothing else. If it was a dud, could have used that for something else. But yeah, I was kind of hoping it would be something like that if I ever get my CRT set up and displaying stuff. Oh, look at this, we've got some old NiCads in there, looking pretty much worse for wear. They're in an actual proper battery holder so you could change them, old Panasonic ones. Yeah, it does have like more like a microprocessor IC or something in there. Voltage regulator, some Samsung chip. Could even be memory or something. NEC chip. Yeah, a bit of corrosion and stuff. She's not in the best condition, but it did well that those batteries haven't leaked everywhere. And not much else to see in there. 4.19 megahertz crystal and a 6 megahertz maybe. Yeah, they've covered up whatever that is. I wonder if some specialised chip possibly. Yeah, God, there's green leads on that IC. I think this board could at least do with a bit of a scrub down with some methyl or something to try and get rid of some of the corrosion. But yeah, they are some crusty batteries, and I was a bit worried there might be something like that in here. Interesting thing is they possibly still hold some voltage, but I doubt it. It does look like it's been in a damp environment. Let's see, there's no voltage there with the power off. That's what I would have expected. Maybe it's just a charged capacitor or something. Yeah, we just reset, I think. Oh no, still got the date and time in there. Oh, we just lost. Oh no, it's back again. What happened then? Disappeared off the screen and came back again. Still got the 42 minutes or so on it. Yeah, a bit of hot melt glue to keep. Oh, it's actually coming out alright though. Very corroded. Probably quite toxic as well. I'm not sure what comes out of these, but if it's got cadmium in it, it's potentially very nasty stuff. Sealed nickel cadmium. Well, it's not very well sealed anymore. 1.2 volts, 500 milliamps. Standard charge, 15 hours at 50 milliamps. Do not dispose in fire or short circuit. Made in Japan. National Panicer. Don't think I've ever had a National Panicer. Is that legit? But if it's got the national brand name on it, that's been dead for quite a while, I think. But even on the batteries. National Panic Hour. Had a National Panasonic. Says Matsushita Electric. Says made in Japan. Whether they're legit or not, I'm not sure. Lots of corroded greeny blue stuff growing in there, so it really wants a whole new battery holder if you were going to bother. But yeah, generally treat that as pretty toxic stuff. I'll have to put that in a bag or something, and possibly might have a look if JCar still sell these things. Might be worth just disposing of that whole battery holder, I think, just as a bit of toxic waste basically. And the old batteries, that one's actually still in fairly good nick. Almost worth adding to the collection of ancient batteries I've got lying around here. That one's at its day though. Plastic's peeling off, the ends sort of breaking off a bit possibly. Yeah, I'd love to know how old they are. But anyway, that's just a random bit of electronics that I thought would be interesting to have a look at and see what it actually is. I didn't have much to do with closed circuit television, so I didn't realise they made an aftermarket one, or if I had seen one I'd long forgotten about it. But I don't remember seeing these things around. Bit of a specialised bit of gear. Most closed circuit TV systems didn't need the date and time, but I guess if you had to record them for some reason, the sort of thing you might have in a casino or somewhere where they've got to actually have the date and time for legal proof if anyone disputes anything. So it's probably more of a professional installation like that. These would probably a couple of $100 or more, I would think, maybe $300 or $400, who knows, would have been a pretty specialised bit of gear in the day. But yeah, something a bit different. Just your standard steel box. You've got ventilation slots in it, which probably aren't that necessary. But with a couple of new batteries and a new battery holder in there, yeah, it'd be back to new nearly. But yeah, there's not sure if it's come from the batteries or somewhere else, but there's a bit of corrosion. It's amazing how far, I don't know what it is, if there's some sort of vapour out of these things or what it is. Or when they get moist and they got those batteries, it's like it travels over these boards a bit, because you get old computers and stuff with these failed NICADs. Not that they normally had AA's or anything, but they seem to travel a long distance sometimes, like the different parts of the boards and the old plug-in boards and the old XT computers and stuff. You'd find sort of corrosion where you didn't expect it, because it was not right alongside the battery. Certainly not where it could just, the liquid could run to. So I'm not sure if that was involved in the corrosion we see, or just bad conditions. The fact it's got a bit of rust on it could have been from moist storage. But I think that'll be an interesting thing to have. Like I say, if I ever get these TVs set up, at least I could put a bit of an on-screen display on there for something a bit different. But anyway, interesting bit of old electronics, so thanks for watching.